Greetings, family. This is Amenti, the Awakener, Amenti, the Oracle. And I just wanted to pop on and have a little conversation with you all, and also just to be sharing because I just had an interesting conversation with somebody, and it was all centered around embracing your power and speaking your truth. Greetings, Naphtali. And it's really about the fact that the journey that I'm on right now is about reclaiming my true identity, and being willing to stand in my power and releasing all of the stories that I have acquired whilst being here on this journey. All of the things that have happened, all of the lessons and experiences that I've chosen to bring in on a soul consciousness awareness, being willing to detach from those stories, being willing to release from those stories and embrace the true story, which is the truth of who it is that I am, the truth it is that of who it is that you are, and what your divine purpose is on this realm, in this time, in this physical flesh, in this body. And what's been truly powerful for me, greetings sis. What's been really powerful for me is being able to really reclaim my identity, reclaim the identity of who it is that I know that I am, especially in this world at the moment with this awakening that's taking place. Many people are still trying to find their way, and so therefore emulating others and becoming carbon copies of others, whereas I'm being encouraged to really be authentic with who it is that I am, and to be willing to celebrate who it is that I am, and be willing to embrace the God spark that I am. Greetings, Natalie. Just talking about the importance of being able to speak your truth and own your true identity. We are not the stories that we have come into this life to experience. We are not the pain. We are not the abuse. We are not the victim, but we've chosen to bring in all of these experiences and these soul lessons so that we can understand who it is that we are as a soul. We carry these stories of the traumas, we carry these stories of victimhood, we even carry ancestral traumas. Greetings, cousin Rose. We carry ancestral traumas of things that have happened consistently in the family lineages that we've chosen to manifest in. We have chosen to come into those families to experience all of the crap so that we can ultimately transmute it, that we can ultimately clear it. And that clearing takes place through us being willing to release our attachment to the image that has been bestowed on us, and also release our attachment to the stories that we have accumulated from our childhood experiences that define an aspect of who we are, or the lens that we've chosen to learn through, but don't actually reflect who we are on a soul level. Like, I've always known who I am on a soul level. I came to this planet to reawaken the consciousness of the divine feminine, the mother goddess. I came to help my family lineage to tap into their power. I came to help my family lineage to heal the ancestral trauma of separation, the ancestral trauma of female abuse, the ancestral trauma of neglecting our spiritual power. I came into my family to bring forth that healing, and in order to bring forth that healing, I had to go through those experiences. Now, I'm thankful enough that I chose to bring in a lot of soul consciousness and soul awareness, which allowed me to remember from a very early age that that's what I was here to do, and that's what I was going through. But it didn't make it any easier to deal with, nor did it mean that I then was able to walk around with my soul intact, my soul awareness intact. No, in order to go through the experiences that would allow me the opportunity to be those changes that I'd spoken about, or that I had intended to be, I had to go through the same illnesses that they went through. I had to go through the same trauma that my family members went through in order to understand it and alchemize that energy. But that does not mean that that's who I am. I am not just an African person. I am not just a woman. I am a soul having an experience on a multi-dimensional level. And I've always known who it is that I am. You've always known who it is that you are. You've always known that you've had special gifts. You've always known how you can help others. You've always known what it is that you truly believe in. But as we come into this world and as we grow through this life, our perception is controlled and programmed and conditioned so that we can actually have the foundation to have the experiences, and ultimately so that we can peel off those layers and become that soul consciousness, embody that soul consciousness and soul power that we've chosen to come here to embody. But we have to be willing to peel off those layers that connect us to being human, that connect us to being African. Now, that does not mean that we disconnect from all of those things, because we've chosen to be female in my case, and chosen to be of African descent in my case, for a reason. Because within those stories, within those archetypes, holds the genetic and information and energy that's required for me to fulfill my purpose. But, so I've come into the family that I've come into for a reason. Yes, it may be corrupted. Yes, it may have trauma. Yes, they may be full of dis-ease in some way or another. But I chose that family because through me going through their process and through meeting them where they are and learning from where they are, I can alchemize that energy. I can bring in all of my soul consciousness from the past lives that I've experienced, and the wisdom that I've gained through my soul's journey. I can now reignite that within my consciousness in this flesh as a part of that family, and help that family to clear those generational and ancestral curses. But I am not that family. I am not that generational curse. I am not that, I'm not even human. I'm experiencing all of these things at the same time. And so the reminder to me this morning was that, your soul is always trying to remind you to be detached in your experience. That does not mean that you do not be present. It does not mean that you do not fully, participate in this game of life. It means that you always remember that you are a soul having this human experience, and that your soul is your true identity. You don't just create things because you want to make money. You create things because you're a creator, and the type of things that you create are unique to your soul. There might be a million people who do the same job as you, but you do it the way in which you do it because of who you are. You're able to tap into whatever energy you're able to tap into because of who you are. And throughout our journey through life, we will accumulate many stories. We will accumulate many different experiences. We will accumulate many people in our lives who know us in different stages of our being. And it's for us to also understand that they're there to help us through our journey of learning and remembering who it is that we are as a soul, who we are on a soul level. But ultimately, you already know. Okay, I already know who it is that I'm here to be. And in a reality where we're all seeking and we're all searching, it can be easy to find a piece of yourself in somebody else. It can be easy to see somebody who's doing the work, who's living what seems like their best life, and know that I'm supposed to live like that. But you're not going to reach your potential by focusing too much on the other person. The way that you reach your potential is by dealing with your stuff. It's by accepting who you are uniquely as you, all aspects, all elements. Whether it means that you wake up, in the morning sometimes feeling depressed, you've got to understand why that is. You've got to not judge yourself, but you've got to understand why that is. For me, as a healer, as an empath, I draw people's energy. Most of my day I spend talking to people, people who might message me, people that are going through shit. I'm spending my time talking to them, but not realizing how much of an effect that has on my energy, and not creating the things in place to ensure that I'm protecting my energy. Sometimes I feel like I don't know who I am. Sometimes I feel like everything that I believe myself to be is just fanciful. Sometimes other people don't understand it, but I have to understand that I am awakening each day to more and more of who it is that I am. I am awakening to that. I'm awakening to it in this experience. And so I have to have that patience with myself. But ultimately honor my soul, honor what it is that I have come here to do, and honor who it is that I am in each and every moment, in each and every action, and that means being willing to release the stories that attach themselves to you, whether it's the story of we never had any money, or whether it's the story of I wasn't good enough, or whether it's the story of I can't be great, or whatever the story may be. You've chosen to experience that story to help you to learn a lesson, or to clear some ancestral karma, or to experience something. But you are not that lesson. That is not the truth of who it is that you are. And your reality is constantly trying to remind you of who it is that you are and what it is that you came here to do. Are you willing to listen to your own soul? Because other people's perceptions can get in the way. You think that you're here to be a healer, or to be a coach, or to be a this or be a that. No, you're here to be you. I learned about ancestral healing and how to be an ancestral healer through understanding myself and through listening to the ancestors, and also listening to my soul. There were many people who told me that the things that I believed in weren't real. I had teachers on my journey who told me that the way that I interacted with spirit was not real. But that's only because it wasn't real for them. It wasn't real for their experience and what they came here to be. But it was everything that I needed for me to be who it is that I came here to be. Learning to spirit through the Orishas and through voodoo and through my culture was important to me, but it wasn't necessarily important to one of my teachers. Sorry, one second. It wasn't important to maybe one of my teachers who taught me about energy or something else, because it wasn't her journey. It was my journey. It was something that I needed to embrace. I needed to learn and understand. But if I took on all of what she had said to me, I would have never trusted my own intuition. I would have never spirit is speaking. I would never have followed my own spirit. I would never have reawakened to what it was that I came here to do. And part of my purpose is to reintroduce these ancestral powers to humanity, because I have also experienced as a soul being a priestess, being an alchemist, being a prophetess, and utilizing that energy in good and bad ways. Those experiences is what has equipped me with the ability to now manifest in this life, when we're about to be rebirthed into our divine consciousness, and help people to understand how to use it efficiently. Because of my past life experiences, because of all of the things that I went through. But if I keep viewing them as trauma, then I'm not able to see the power in my pain. And I'm not able to transform those experiences. There's a reason why I am here in this family. There's a reason why I'm attached to the lineage that I'm attached to. Because ultimately, I am here to learn and grow. And as I learn and grow, I bring forth this ancient knowledge and wisdom that helps all of those in my lineage, through the family in which I've come through in this time, to make their ascension, to learn their lessons, to release those ancestral curses, to release those ancestral lessons, to release that trauma. My God. Spirit is speaking through me today. And the reason why I believe I'm coughing so much as well is because I'm breaking through my own conditioning. I'm breaking through my own programming. I am allowing myself to speak from my soul and owning my story, which is the only one true story. of me being a soul, an aspect of the Creator in the flesh, here to experience and learn and share. And through that experiencing and learning and sharing, I help many other souls to come here and do the work that they came here to do. I want to let you know that everything that you're going through and ever have been through, you've created it. You created it because you knew that it would help you to mastermind the plan and navigate through this reality so that you can be divinity on earth. You came to help clear your ancestral lineage. You came to go through the suffering and the pain and the shame because within you was something so powerful, so strong, that it can transverse all of that and transmute all of that into a higher vibrational energy. You have chosen to come here and be who you are, not a carbon copy of somebody else. Now, we may have to look at other people in order to understand and learn about ourselves, because we live in a multidimensional reality and we are relating with each other constantly, all the time. But I want you to know that the unique you that you are is enough. I want you to awaken. I want you to remember who it is that you came to be, not what this reality created of you. Because this awakening is not an airy-fairy thing. It's not a fanciful occasion. It has been written that the gods will return to earth. And we are the gods. We are the genetics of divinity in the flesh. But everything that we go through is helping us to anchor that vibration and frequency and that power of God, that power of the divine source on this planet. Every time you go through a challenge, you bring more of your soul awareness in. You bring more of your God consciousness in, and you shine your light. Each one of you is a star that has chosen to be embedded and birthed into Mother Earth and nurtured into your development and growth and expansion and ascension. Without those challenges, you couldn't have become who you are today. Without your shadow and your ego goading you and reminding you to not settle, you wouldn't be able to be who it is that you are today. And so I'm encouraging you from the depth of my soul to let go of your stories. I'm encouraging you to transform that energy of everything that you've experienced into wisdom. I'm encouraging you to believe unapologetically in who you are, not what this reality wants you to be. Because I promise you, I know for a fact that you came here to be great, because I came here to be great. Nothing in my life has happened by accident. There is no great God in the sky that is giving everything to me. I am God. God lives within me. I am the consciousness of the Creator, because I am creating in each and every moment. You are creating in each and every moment. Each one of us has a choice. Are you a victim or are you a God? And there's no judgment there. Whatever you define yourself at just demonstrates what you're still choosing to learn and how you're still choosing to see yourself. And in this reality, perception is all. But one truth that I know for a fact is that your soul knows who you are. And in my purpose of awakening others, I nurture the soul, because I've nurtured my soul. I understand my soul, and I allow my soul to take center stage in my life. I'm thankful for all of the experiences that I have chosen, but I choose now to release those stories. Okay, I will utilize them only as a way of helping other sleeping human beings to know that they are giants and gods, and that they are master manifestors, and that the things that they have chosen to experience is not, by bad luck. It's not bad luck. You are a master manifestor. You wrote everything that you needed to be and experience before you came here. And the ascension and awakening is really about remembering. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let anybody define to you who you are. You are a powerful, omnipotent, omnipresent source of magnificence. You didn't just come by accident to suffer, to be controlled. Everything that you see happening in your external environment that makes you feel angry and upset is because you are not living in alignment with your truth. That's why we feel upset. That's why we feel victimized. That's why we feel like, oh, this person's stealing this or this person's robbing this. No, they're reminding you that you have forgotten what your job is. You've forgotten what your job is, and your job is to be you unapologetically. We're all walking around asking people to read our souls, but not taking the time to master our own energy, to look within our own being. Never let somebody, discredit the truth of who you are. Never. Today I'm encouraged and empowered and inspired to ignite the flame of truth within you. As you can see, my voice is clearer now because I'm no longer standing in my own way. I'm allowing my divinity to speak to me and through me. We are the tears of our ancestors. We are the dreams of our ancestors. We are the forward planning. They knew that there would be a time on this earth where there would be so much energy available to us that we would be able to plow through our lessons. We are evolving from the realm of the experience of the lower self. And in order to evolve and to ascend, we can't just click our hands and say, okay, we're done with that now. We have to go through the process of transmuting those experiences. That's the nature of alchemy. That is why we are here. That's why we go through what we go through. We're not being punished. We are creators. But we have to be willing to view ourselves from that perspective. We have to be willing to acknowledge the divinity within us. Nobody is going to show you your greatness. Nobody is going to confirm to you what you should already know. And that is who you are. And that is what you're here for. I don't want you to for 1 minute to believe that you are a product of everything that you've experienced. You are beyond it. You've come here to alchemize it. Alchemize it. Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That was some words, sound power. If you're still with me, please give me some hearts, because I was inspired today. Just after speaking and having that conversation with someone from my past, I was empowered to take my power back. I was empowered to remember who I am and what I came here to do. Because I know, and I've always known. And me pretending and hiding is doing me no favors. No favors at all. I came to be great. I am a channel for source. I connect with my ancestors. I have the power to transform and transmute anything. I'm a master manifester. Not because I've been sitting there programming my mind, but because I remember that I am God. Because I remember who I am. I remember who I am. And I want to ignite that remembering in you. You are greatness. You are greatness. You are what your ancestors dreamed about. You are what you dreamed about. Don't let this mundane reality fool you into thinking that you are anything less than greatness in the flesh. And I'm just called and inspired to remind you, because by reminding you, I'm reminding me. And I'm putting it out into this matrix. I'm putting it out into this universal consciousness that is the internet, so that each one of us can feel it. Each one of us can be reminded. Each one of us can remember. And in those moments when we are being consumed by our lower self, we can remember that we are gods. And all we need to do is activate that genetic of divinity within us through remembering and being willing to be apologetic in your pursuit of happiness, and to be unapologetic in your pursuit of your purpose and the execution of your purpose. Sometimes it feels like what you're here to do is beyond your ability. Sometimes it feels like what you're here to do is beyond your capability, beyond your wisdom, beyond your experience, beyond your strength. But thank God that we are greater than we are able to even perceive. And all we need to do is just accept. All we need to do is just ask. All we just need to do is embody that truth of that which we know we want to be, and be it. It's funny because when I was a child, I used to see everything as a download. I used to think that anything I wanted to be, I just had to think it and I would download it into my head. Just like in Demolition Man, where whatever you want to be, you put in a code and that's what you become. I was born with that knowing. You were born with that knowing. You grew up having your imagination and exploring yourself. You knew that you could be a king or a queen. You knew you could be a doctor. You knew you could travel the galaxies. Who told you to stop believing in you? Who told you to stop believing in you? Within your mind and within your heart, you have the gateway to the universe. You are a master manifester. Don't let your relationship with money fool you. You are a master manifester. Within you lies the sacred keys to manifest every single thing you need into your reality. Ashe. You are the creator. And it's time to now create consciously. You don't need a degree to be you. You already know who you are. But you might need some support peeling away the layers of all the calcified masks that we've had to put on through conditioning and programming. But be kind to yourself, because this is all part of what we have chosen to go through and grow through. We are the returning ancestors. We are giving birth to the golden age, but it starts within. Don't let anyone fool you into thinking that what's outside of you is going to define you and qualify you for what it is that you came to do. I'm here to remind you that it's all within you. It's all within your story. It's all within everything that you came here to do. But you have to lighten your soul. And that means you have to open your heart and be willing to let go of all that no longer serves you. You have to be willing to reintroduce yourself to yourself. You have to be willing to release those you hold hostage within your very own heart. Those who you feel have done you wrong, who have ultimately given you the best lesson in life. You have chosen them and they have chosen you. Honor the true divine sovereignty in you. The true divine power in you. You don't just like science or chemistry or biology for no reason. You like it because it's part of what you came here to do. You don't just dance. You channel the divine through your physical body. You don't just sing. You don't just speak. You conjure energy, power and words. You ignite people's spirit. You are here for greatness. Do not let anything outside of you fool you into thinking that you're here to fit into a mold or an idea of what somebody else has got for you, a role someone else has got for you. No, you are here to be you. You are here to be the divine expression of the source that is you. You are a fractal, whether you think you're fractured or not. So I want to remind you, release those stories because they are stories. See them for exactly what they are and look for the moral in the story, because the moral is what you came here to be. It's what you came here to learn, what you came to experience. Love up on all of your past traumas. Love them. Thank them. Be grateful for them because they are the foundation on which you will reignite the truth of love. You are not separate from anyone. We are not separate from each other. We are fractals of the same source. But each one of us has a unique divine frequency, a unique divine code, a unique divine purpose. That which is written in the stars. You are the star. You are the universe's dream. You are the creator's wish. And you didn't come here to be mediocre. You didn't come here to sit in a job and just exist. You came here to be great. You came here to be great. You came here because you're a master. You traveled. You are a voyager. You are a dimensional traveler. You have sacrificed your divinity to help humanity, to heal your ancestral lineage, so that we as a collective can move into the experience of our higher self, having mastered the lower self. Even when we work with spirits and ancestral energies, we are in our lower self, and so we've had to fall only to rise. When you fall, you have to relearn with humility and self-mastery and self-healing. When you're just given everything, you are unwise, you are foolish, you are immature. You make choices and decisions without responsibility. You think others can harm you and you use spiritual power negatively. But we have already experienced the karma of that. We've already experienced the karmic debt. And so now, as we give birth to ourselves, we are wise because we've experienced, we've learnt. If you don't fall, you cannot learn. You cannot master. If you do not feel pain, if you do not hurt yourself, if you do not touch, you will not know the feeling. But now we are rising beyond touch, feel, taste. Now we're in the heart. We want to connect with each other. We want to project and manifest and be telepathic and create and know. So we must master the lower self. And in order to do that, you must release from the stories that you have attached yourself to. You are not that which you attach yourself to. You are an infinite source of power. And you are an aspect of the divine creator. And your awakening to the truth of who you are is only what is required of you at this time. I want you to just take from this an opportunity to revisit the truth of who you are. Not who you've become by the definitions placed on you by others, or even by the circumstances or mistakes that you think that you've made in life. Everything is working in divine alignment. Everything is always working for you. There are no mistakes. Please forgive yourself. Please forgive yourself for all of the mistakes that you think that you've made. Please forgive yourself for maybe not doing better when you felt you could have done better. Please forgive yourself. Because the energy of love can only be expressed from you, through you, by you. So if you hold yourself hostage to all of the pains of the past, you do not allow love to flow through you, and you do not allow the lessons to come through and for the healing to begin. I love each and every one of you, because in this moment I am allowing my soul to speak. In this moment I am allowing myself to believe in the truth that is me. So when I think I'm doing something and helping and inspiring you, I'm really inspiring me. I'm really making a commitment to be my real me. I'm so sorry to anybody that I may have hurt, misled, failed, let down in any way on my journey to accepting my full self. I accept that I haven't fully accepted myself. I accept that I was still trying to fit in without really appreciating who it is that I am and what it is that I'm here to do. I apologize for letting my story become greater than the power that lies within me. And from this day, this moment, I am rebirthed and reborn into who I know I am to be. And I encourage you, brothers and sisters, to do the same. Don't let anybody else make you feel small about who it is that you are. Own your mistakes, own your challenges, own your experience, own your magic. Tap into your power and stay true to you. Everything you've been through has been there to help you to learn how to master the God that you are. I love you. Sorry, and I'm thankful for you. Thank you for helping me to grow. Each and every one of you, thank you for helping me to grow. Thank you for helping me to understand that I'm not here to be perfect. I'm already perfect. Thank you for giving me the space to be my truth, to apologize, to honor who it is that I am. We are not our stories, people. We are genetics of divinity. You have a special and profound purpose, and all of the things that you have, that you think makes you wounded or makes you less, or all of the things that you chose to go through so you can transform that energy into greatness. You are your ancestors' dreams. You are your ancestors' tears, and you're your ancestors' prayers. And as we remember more and more of who it is that we are, not the person that we have become based on our life, based on our stories, based on our conditioning, but the soul we know that we are, The superhero, the superhuman aspect of divinity that we know that we are. Watch this new age. Watch this next cycle that we're moving into. And that's what it's all about. And that's just my message from my heart today. Like, we need to let go of the stories. Let go of the stories and really choose to embrace the you that you know that you are and you know that you've always been. Everything that you've been through in life has been preparing you and propelling you towards your own greatness. Are you willing to release the story? Are you willing to release the conditioning and the programming and be who it is that you came here to be? If I can assist you and support you in any way, I am here to do so. But it's also about taking that first step and being willing to accept yourself for who it is that you are, and being willing to really ask yourself, what did I come here for? What did I come here for? What did I come here to be? What did I come here to do? And know what? Everything that you have already been through qualifies you. But you need no qualification to be you. Woohoo! Thankful. Thankful. Try ginger and garlic sweet, soothes the throat in me. I'm definitely going to do that. But I also know that it's my throat chakra opening. I've been doing my work for so long, but I also became very uniform because I felt like I still had to be accepted, or I still had to condition myself. Oh my God, deja vu. I've had this. Yes. I had to program myself and condition myself to be acceptable. So this, when you see me coughing, I'm clearing my throat chakra. I'm speaking my truth. It's bursting through me because I'm allowing myself to be the me that I've come here to be. And I'm releasing myself of all of the programming, and I'm forgiving myself enough to stand up and be present and be accountable. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is always happening for you. But I really appreciate that, Ricky J. Thank you. And shout out to Nefertiri, to Naphtali. Naphtali messaged me about the Reiki. Yes, I do. Initiations. I help people with their spiritual practice. As you know, I do Reiki. I also channeled a specific type of energy healing, an ancient Kemetic energy healing called Rama Ati Sekem. I'm here to assist, but this was not a plug because I'm also fed up of seeing plugs on the internet. This was me being me, speaking to the me in you, and receiving my light and making a commitment to be unapologetically me. That's it. You know, there's nobody that can help you beyond you acknowledging and owning your own self. Everything that you came to be, everything that you've experienced is working in your favor. It's just time for you to alchemize that energy. Okay. Love your life. Honor to share. Thank you, Ricky J. Thank you. As I said, Spirit is just calling me to be more present and to speak my truth and be unapologetic. So if I've ignited and inspired you guys in any way, I'm thankful because it means that we've got more and more beings who have come here to be great. This is not a one-man show. Everything that you've been through, you are not a failure. Please, you are not a failure. You are magic. How strong are you to want to come here and go through all of the shit that you've been through? You are a powerful being of light. Powerful. And I love each and every one of you. I'm so grateful. Because the more of us that come here and bask in our divinity, the closer we bring God to this realm. And if a change is going to come, know that it's going to be the feminine energy that gives birth and the masculine energy that maintains. We are both. So we give birth to our new self and we maintain the vibration of who it is that we truly are. Sending love to you all. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the support and just for holding sacred space with me. Nothing exists without my acknowledgement of it. This is the law of Tahuti. Yes! And this is why we are being reintroduced to these sacred laws and the laws of the universe and being reawakened to our magic and our power. Have no fear of what is hidden within, because everything starts in darkness. Everything starts in the darkness. Someone says water has forgotten that it is only hydrogen and oxygen mated. Ashe. There is no separation. Everything is one. OG Blacker, my brother in love and in spirit, I give you thanks. Thanks for being present. All right, family. I'm going to chime off now because I was just given, the urge in my soul to share with you today. And I hope I've ignited you in some way. Cut the crap, cut the bullshit. Be willing to disconnect from the old stories and turn your pain into your power. Remember who it is that you are, because within you, your soul is calling. I am Amenti, the Awakener, the soul nurturer. Wishing you a good day. Yes. Be great.